The only reason you don't go back is that it's a huge rabbit hole and you won't have a life anymore. So what I notice a lot terrible is the vast majority of people that like to watch my videos don't actually play the game. So that may be different compared to when you guys used to play the game actively. The vast majority of the Starcraft community used to play the game, but you know, then got a life and didn't have the time to play anymore. But if you've played it at some point in the past, you understand how incredibly impressive some of the gameplay decisions are, you know? So you kind of need like that baseline knowledge to understand what StarCraft is and to understand why it's hard. And once you understand it, you can watch pro games and be amazed. Like if you haven't seen a game since like 2015, like what Rainbow is saying, I would imagine you're gonna be fucking blown away with some of the control and especially like just cleanliness of execution that you have from the top contenders. Like the micro that some of these guys regularly pull off, if you watch like a Max Specs versus Clem, for example, or a Serral versus anything, it is just, it's almost machinic, you know? Like there's very little wrong. The players are extremely good. It is, yeah, it's cool. All right. We have a little bit of an upper body, guys. Shape is coming together. What's good on Matador? Happy Monday, dude. Can he stand? Oh, he can kind of stand. Okay, no, you're not gonna stand yet. But he's almost able to stand. Maybe he can stand against this. How about that? There you go. Wow, a lot of ugly mold lines on this. We're gonna have to spend a little bit of time cleaning that up. People that play unrelevant RTS games love to shit on StarCraft? Really? They love to shit on the GOAT? Okay then. The StarCraft fans are so stuck in their own little universe, including myself, that we don't even talk about other RTS games.
Getting closer to 4 years.
Yo! Thank you very much, Dragonheart. Thank you very much. 45, hell yeah. I was watching the Age of Mythology tournament and all people there were saying is that StarCraft 2 is dead and ugly. Oh, come the fuck on, really? I'm assuming this is Twitch chat though, right? Like, not you guys, of course. You guys are all individually incredibly smart and handsome and grandmasters at StarCraft 2 and, you know, multiple PhDs and all that. But I have seen many Twitch streams out there where the viewers are, like, you guys balance it out, you know? Like, there's a, yeah. In general, people have a lot of tribalism on the internet, especially for RTS games. It's very true. People are like, my game is better than your game. It's weird because this doesn't happen in regular sports, you know? Like, very rarely will you have people that will, like basketball, say, basketball's way better than football, right? Like, that doesn't really... It's a bit of a weird gatekeep. What's up, Vizzik? Old school RuneScape is better than RuneScape 3. Well, that it is. But that's objective. That's different, Corky. It happens like I have my coworkers tell me that college football is better than professional football. The whole concept of college football confuses me, Vizzik. I've had Twitch chat so I don't know the rules to like regular American football. I have no clue. But what I've learned about college football is that you have a bunch of teenagers that are really good at a sport, that are bringing in millions of dollars, but that don't get paid. other than a tuition, I guess. But it seems wholly unfair when it was explained to me like that. Apparently the coaches get millions, but the players only get tuition? Well, fucking, that sounds insane, dude. That sounds stupid. I don't know much about it though. So I feel like maybe I'm just too far apart. It's really just an investment. I'm sure the players will gladly do it, but it seems like it's a very bad revenue split, you know? I heard American football is kind of a blast to watch though. I know there's a lot of advertising and that's kind of like the meme and stuff, but what I don't like about football that a lot of people in the Netherlands like to watch, right, is, this sounds silly, but the sheer volume of games. Like the amount of matches that are being played for conventional football is insane. Like if I want to follow regular football, I have to basically watch like either like hours of recaps every week, or I would have to sit down and watch every day, which is great if you're really into it, right? You can kind of just watch and like have a good time and like, you know, really follow along and everything, but it is also very hard to follow. There's like a new cup every month, there's always new tournaments going on. That's what I like about Formula 1, you know, like it's like a couple of weeks during the year, or during the month, I guess, and then there's like a couple hours every race weekend, but there's really only a couple. I can't follow, I need to do a little bit more glue here, guys. I enjoy watching like the Euros, for example, or like the Worlds in football, but and it seems like the NFL does that really well, where they don't have the sheer amount of matches. Like they actually have a reasonable amount of games that everybody can watch. Every year, the NFL plays a few games overseas. I think that's the year they had a full game in Brazil and 2 games in the UK. Yeah, I know some of the people in the UK are big on it. I know Wardy, for example, likes to watch the NFL. I know Wardy is big into American football these days. Not exactly, Lowko, if you only watch one team. Yeah, you would have to pick a team, I guess. That's it, yeah. If you like to watch regular football and you're like, I really love watching, I don't know, Manchester United. You just watch every Manchester game. It's a little bit of a different thing. Yeah, I guess that's what most people do. Maybe it's the same for Starcraft though. Like I'm so deep into Starcraft that I don't realize how much time investment it really is. I could keep this blade separate, guys. This blade is very easily glued on later. I don't know if I want to do sub-assemblies, but I'm wondering if maybe I should glue this on a little bit later. Because this is just like, it goes right over here. Let's leave that over here for now. I think I've cleaned it up reasonably well. There's going to be an American football game in Germany this weekend. Yeah, they're really trying to make it a worldwide thing, huh? I feel like this is like a 20-year project where they're like trying to see if the rest of the world also wants some of that American football. The whole like American, I don't know, dude. I just call it football and American football. I feel like that's descriptive enough, no? I feel like calling one soccer is kind of lame. It's just not a form of gatekeeping, I guess, in the end, but. Carolina Panthers versus the New York Giants. I love the team names. That sounds funny to me. Yeah, let's leave this separate for now. We'll just leave that over there. I don't know how I'm gonna be priming it properly, but we'll have a look. The New York Giants actually play in New Jersey. Well, I heard New York's very expensive, so maybe they, you know, for my financial reasons, they go over to Jersey. Is that the reason? I don't know. We need number 10 and 8. 10 and 8 for this little part over here. Number 10 and 8. So this is part number 10. I know numbers. I have seen these numbers before. Why is 8 over on a different sprue? Is it? I feel like it's on a different sprue. Debate it, it's not. Where is 8? Ah, 8's over here. That's a massive demon? Yeah, no, this one is very large. I've never painted a Skaven before, so yeah, this is what we're doing. I'll actually just paint, like, I'll chip off some of the other parts too. So 32 and 33. 32 and 33 are right over here. That's 33. 32 is up here. Okay. 18. 18 is the tail. Okay. It's a big tail, man. I'm glad it's one piece. Could have been, oh, it's sharp, jeez. I think I can probably cut myself on some of these accidental, there's like a lot of spikes all over this guy. The tail has some sharp edges. There's some sharp dangles. I think that's the scientific term. And then number 11. One piece? Ayaya? No. That's not what I meant. Calm down. Not one piece. Oh no. This is not one piece. This is the one with the 40,000 hammers. Actually, no, this is the Age of Sigmar. Never mind. There's no Warhammers in this one either. Although there is one Warhammer. Gets a little confusing. I'll explain it to you guys some later time. Lowko sounds like he's ordering from a Chinese restaurant. Dude, I went to a Chinese restaurant yesterday, Crispy. I had Chinese takeout leftovers for lunch today, and it was glorious. I don't know how it is in other countries, but Chinese restaurants in the Netherlands are still the only restaurants that are like reasonably priced and actually give you like, you know, a good quantity of food. Where like one portion is more like 2 portions. You know how there's like restaurants out there where you get 1 portion and it's really like for maybe 1/2 of a person? Whereas if you get 1 portion at a Chinese restaurant, it's like 2 people. Anyways, when we're with the 2 of us, I of course get 2 portions. Because that's reasonable, right? Because 1 portion's for 1 person. But then we never finish it, so I have it for leftover. The next day. Oh, it's very nice. We don't get Chinese takeout all too often, but... No Chinese takeout over there? You love Panda Express? Oh yeah, I've had Panda Express. Panda Express is kind of nice. I like the orange chicken that they have over there. The orange chicken from Panda Express is nice. They have one at the LAX airport. Somehow, some way, every time I've flown out of LAX, people are like, you should get the Chick-fil-A. Apparently Chick-fil-A is amazing. For some reason, I've been to LAX airport a bunch of times now over the last decade. Every single time I'm there, it's Sunday. And I'm always excited about going to Chick-fil-A because people tell me Chick-fil-A is amazing. And then every time I get disappointed because it's closed. Apparently it's closed on Sundays. I get memed every time. This has happened, like, I kid you not, like 4 times. It's embarrassing. I've cringed myself many times. You can't wait to come to the Netherlands to try Chinese food? Okay, when I say Chinese food in the Netherlands, what I need you to know is that it's not actually Chinese food, I'm sure. I've been to China. The food over there was nothing like the Dutch Chinese food. Very different. Very different. But it's still good. No, I don't play Warhammer. I just well, I play some of the Warhammer games, but not the tabletop. It's remodeled. Yeah, they use a suspicious amount of Dutch vegetables. Stuff that is very commonly available in the Netherlands. And probably wouldn't be that commonly available in China. I feel like that's true for most of Chinese takeaway though, around the globe. No, we cook pretty much every day. Well, when I say we, I like cooking, but Laurent does most of the cooking. We like to get takeout maybe like once a week, something like that. It depends on how busy Laurent is really. Like if she has had a busy day or whatever. And I can't do the cooking that day or whatever, right? Like sometimes we eat I don't know, it depends. But not super common. What's the one food I could eat every day? The most common, okay, so the stuff that my grandma ate every day was a variation of 3 things. This is like the classical post-war Dutch cuisine, okay? So this is what my grandparents, they all remember World War II. And it's all a mix of potato, some type of vegetable, some type of meat. That's it. That's what my grandma ate every day for her entire life. And I don't mind it at all. I always liked it. She would not mix in pasta. She would not mix in really much of anything. It was always just potatoes, vegetables, meat. I could definitely eat that every day, yes. I don't really have any problems with that. Now where does this part go, guys? Ah, it's this arm over here. I'm on the wrong arm, that's why. My grandma would specifically always boil the potatoes. So no mashed potatoes, none of that. Like boiled potatoes. Some sort of vegetable. And then some sort of meat. She was very fit, so it works. Yes. A lot of old people in the Netherlands still eat like World War II hasn't ended. This is very true. Like a lot of 80-year-olds you'll meet in the Netherlands still eat, like the bombers are still flying over. They will not throw away food. 0% chance. Okay, so this part goes right up here. I'm assuming this little joint over here up on the top is gonna be covered up, like the shoulder joint here. I think it's probably gonna be covered up by, what's it called? The armor piece a little bit later. I'm from Norway, the Norwegian Arctic. It's easier to grow a cow than a carrot. Fair, fair, fair. Hey, thank you, Vizzik. Gifting a sub to Rainbow. Vizzik, were you here earlier? Apparently Rainbow followed my channel in 2014, dude. He hasn't watched since. Long time ago. No more ads for you. One of the OGs of the channel. Yeah. No, my mom cooks a lot. And as a kid, I always helped out my mom. So I've always been cooking. I don't mind cooking, it's fun. Okay. I don't think I really have one favorite cuisine. No. This time of the year in the Netherlands, Stamppot is once again back in action, dude. Which ironically is actually a combination of vegetables, potatoes, and meat. Apparently we're running around in circles. Things aren't that different after all. But Stamppot is once again, it's coming back. Hey, thank you, Vizzik, gifting a community sub to Maktovus as well. Norwegian cuisine has a north and south divide because of the climate. But there's like 12 people that live up north, Rainbow. You're just one of the 12. Am I crazy? Like, there's nobody living in the northern part of Norway, is there? God, I've seen a bunch of videos. I follow this lady on YouTube who moved from Germany a couple years ago to, I think, pretty much near the Arctic Circle in the northern section of Norway. And that place is fucking beautiful, man. Kind of insane, really. You also live in northern Norway? Oh shit. We found 2 of the 12. They have no Amazon Prime up there. Well, then what's even the point of living, huh? At least you guys have internet. I like these giant gaps on his back. So these are supposed to be gaps and holes in his skin, where there's like little runes carved into it. Isn't that lovely? Very friendly. Oh, that was okay. That was one of the plays. Okay, so we have step number 5. How many steps are there? Oh my god. I think we'll finish this guy tomorrow. I think we'll do like half of it today, half of it tomorrow. I'll prime it on Wednesday. We'll start painting on Thursday. Can't really prime it on stream. So that works. Because I don't like rushing myself for these sort of things. .2% of the population lives in your region, and it's 16% of Norway's land? I see. Speaking of priming, actually, it's unnecessary, Crispy. Everybody in the chat is already a sub. Dang it. Sellout game's too fucking good. I didn't even do anything. So instead I would have to sell out to the people that are already paying subscribers, you know? Like, what am I gonna tell you guys? The fact that you can upgrade your sub from a tier 1 to a tier 2 so you can lord over the tier 1 subs instead? Like Manadar. Manadar right now, oof. That check mark in front of your username, dude. Huge. Huge. You get the tier 2 to tier 3 emojis. You can donate community subs as well, of course. Yeah, that's another thing. Even when there's no non-subs watching, Twitch will still gladly take your money and give them to people that are not even here. Just give all your money to Lowko. Yeah, yeah. No, don't do that, maybe. No, you probably don't want to do that. You can be the cream of the crop like Mr. Mickey over here. Look at that. That's a Grandmaster colored checkmark. In case you were wondering why it's orange, that's the exact color of Grandmaster League right there. A Grandmaster Twitch chatter. Can I show the Dreadnought? Absolutely. Let me glue these 2 parts together and then I'll show you the Dreadnought. I just put it back on the shelf, but I can show you the finished mini that we just did on stream. I sent all of the files of the Dreadnought, by the way, to Gabe, who I believe has already edited the thing together. So that video series will go up on more Lowko in the near future. Yeah, you can click the donate button below the panel too. Or below the stream too, Akuma? Absolutely. That one takes the smallest cut. You can be part of the Patreon community. There you go. We'll just be sending gift baskets to Lowko's house. We'll be creating tights over here, okay? I'll just be claiming 10% of your income every month. You're like, oh boy, paycheck came in, but it is what it is. Okay, so we did this part over here. Yes, and then this has to be glued onto this. I think we are a good chat. There's very few trolls here. Oh yeah, no, dude, this is genuinely one of the best chats on the entire platform. The average Twitch stream out there is incredibly toxic, dude. This place is lovely. A lot of rats in the chat, not a lot of trolls. That is true. Did you just call my viewers rats? It's a little toxic. I like it. I'm generally the most toxic guy here. No, you're breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking. Yeah. I don't know, man. My stream goes maybe up to like 600-700 viewers or so. And it's still always very nice. But I feel like a lot of it also has to do with the subjects you discuss, you know? Like I purposely steer away from like politics and religion and like, you know. I try to not really get into too many divisive subjects. And it's I think that creates a more chilled atmosphere too, you know? Less hostile at least. Less us versus them vibes. The most toxic streams also have very toxic streamers. Now we're getting monthly my YouTube channel is about 2.5 million views right now, Rainbow. That is a little bit lower than the all-time peak, but you'd be surprised how many people watch Starcraft. Okay, here's the Dreadnought. This is the one I finished on stream very recently. I used a lot of techniques that I'd never used before on this mini. Like enamel paints and a bunch of other stuff. And yeah, I think it turned out really well. I'm very happy with it. A lot of grossness. Everything is kind of nasty. I think it looks nice. My favorite mini that I've painted so far is the one before that. That's the Harbinger of Decay. I think the Harbinger of Decay is my my nicest painted mini so far. I've been painting since February of this year. I did a lot more traditional painting in the past, like non-miniature painting, but it's it had been a while since I've done anything art related, I guess. So it's been a relatively short amount of time, but I've been spending quite a few hours. I've been loving it, man. It's been fun. Sorry, somebody was asking. What did somebody ask? Did the glue you use for the figure come with the figure? No. So what you buy, so this is the biggest scam in the whole miniature painting world, okay? What you buy is a cardboard box with a bunch of unpainted, sprued plastic. That's it. That's all you buy. The markup on this shit is insane. Now, obviously, what it doesn't take into consideration, right, when people look at it, because it's plastic in a cardboard box, what is not taken into consideration is the molds and like the design process and obviously all of the other shit. But ultimately, what you end up buying, and that is why this is a brilliant business for Games Workshop, who like produce that stuff. They ultimately sell you, once they've done like all the cost and all of the development for it, ultimately what they can continue selling for many, many years to come is plastic in a cardboard box. This is made in the UK, so this is made in England. But yeah, it's if you just look at the cost of the plastic and the cardboard, obviously it's very overpriced. But it does not come with glue, no. I recommend this glue. I am by no means an expert, but this shit is really nice. It's very high quality plastic, yes. It's expensive and you even have to build it yourself. Yeah, so this is Tamiya extra thin plastic cement. I love the hobby, yes. I love the hobby. There's always people that will say like, just print it yourself. You wouldn't download a card, chat. Or, well, anyways. Does this stuff go in here? Is this gonna be covered up later? Because I don't like these joints. I think this is where he's got a little drape going across his arm. Yeah, this is the arm that's holding the staff. So I'm assuming this part over here will be covered up. If not, I will try to remove the joints over here that are going across his shoulder and his muscle, but I think we should be good. I mean, we can just run a tiny little bit of glue in there. Well, obviously making a mold, right? Making a mold for high quality, you know, like just the design process of all of this shit is extremely expensive. I don't know if anybody ever considers the cost of making molds for this sort of shit, but it's of course very pricey. Distribution and design and everything takes a fuck ton of money too. But, you know, ultimately they do sell you plastic inside of a cardboard box. What's going on, Joust? Hello, welcome. I would imagine the molds are probably about 100,000 minimum. Yeah, they're very expensive. Making mold is easy, Lowko. Just leave the bread out. No, I will not be using 3D printed models for this sort of stuff. Not only do I think pirating is not cool, I also just don't like, you know, like especially as a content maker, it doesn't make sense. Plus, I don't want to be a 3D printer. I don't want to be somebody who's there. I like the process of building, and I like the process of painting. Plus, in the end, I ended up getting these. Like, that is actually kind of a sick thing. That is something I never thought about when I first started painting minis. But whenever somebody asks, like, hey, what do you want for Christmas or your birthday or whatever? Like, I never have anything, bro. I'm a boring person. I have all the things I need. I don't really want anything. I'm sorry, I'm boring. I have about 17 gajillion miniatures I would like to paint. And one of these gifted minis is like, you know, so this one I got for my birthday a couple days ago. This one is gonna be an easy 50 hours, I would imagine. So, you know, it'll keep me busy, you know? It's fine. It is kind of a perfect birthday gift, Christmas, holiday, whatever. It keeps Lowko off the street, yeah. That's good for everybody, man. I'm gonna be hanging out in the corner. People are gonna be nudging themselves like, isn't that content creator? And I'll just be sitting there looking at my plastic. Who coordinated the gifts? So from what I understand, there is a secret Discord chat that I am not part of, Vizzik, where a bunch of the patrons are sitting and they like just fucking, they just have me and, or sorry, they don't have me, but they do have my girlfriend in there. I don't know how you gain access to that group chat. You're not part of it? Oof. This is like the Balance Council all over again, Vizzik. It's a secret group chat. Yikers. You can probably ask somebody if you want to join that part. Like, how do you match the paint you're using to the Citadel names? What do you mean? Like most people just kind of understand what the paints are, I guess, at some point. Like when you say like, I don't know, Corex white, most people will understand the core you're talking about, but...
Wow. Now you need to start playing D&D to be able to use it. Good to see you, Doodlo Prime.
What is going on, Miami? Thank you very much, dude. 75 months. That's an even number. Well, an honorary one anyways. Thank you, dude. I've never really played D&D before. It does sound fun. Oh, for example, if I have Corex White in Citadel paints, how do you know the same for the Army Painter Fanatic or the Vallejo paints? So there are conversion charts that are generally pretty good. If you search like conversion chart, Citadel paints to Army Painter, you will have people that have like, you know, full overview lists for those sorts of things. I like to use an app. Again, like all these brand names I'm mentioning, guys, I'm not affiliated with any of those fucking companies, okay? I use a paint app called Paint Rack. This stuff is kind of nice. So you can fill in your different paints here. So say you want to have, I don't know. Say you want to have like Bugman's Glow, right? Which is a Citadel paint. You can click the little dropper bottle here at the top. And you can go to the different brands. So this thing has like all the brands. I only have Army Painter here. But it will tell you whichever color from, for example, the Army Painter is the same. So this one, Ruddy Umber, is supposedly almost the correct color. But there's like a bunch of different tools similar to it. This one works quite well. It's not perfect though. Sometimes it's just straight up wrong. But, you know. ChatGPT can probably figure it out. Yeah, I would imagine so. That seems like something AI can do. Is it just me? Is it just the big figures that come in pieces? No, basically all of it has to be built. There are some miniatures out there, if you don't want to use glue, they use little push pins. Those are primarily, I think, in the starter sets for the Warhammer stuff. So if you look at the, like sometimes it will say push pin. So you kind of just, you know, push them together and that'll sort of work. A lot of people still use glue for that though. But yeah, if you want to buy as little as possible, you could use that. It's called Paint Rack. It's like $6 in the Play Store. I think there's a free version, but the free version is not really good. I paid, I think, like €6 for it. I was kind of on the fence on doing that, but then I figured I should. Because I am a little bit weird with these sorts of things. I like to stay organized. Is that cringe? Maybe a little bit. I don't know. You want to paint the Sanguinor? Ooh, which one's that again? I'll have a look at your link in a sec. Let me see. The Sanguinor. Ah, that one. Can I say one thing about this mini? It is super cool. I agree with you. But one thing that somebody pointed out on the Reddit that I cannot unsee about this thing anymore, I'm afraid I'm gonna ruin it for you, Lizard Boatman. Can I say? Somebody on the Reddit said its wings are too high up. And I kind of look at it now every time I see this, and I'm like, yeah, the wings are too high. They should be a little bit lower. Why are they so high? And now I can't unsee it. But it does look really sick. Yeah, the wings are on the backpack. Yeah. I mean, it's still sick. If you really hate that part, like, yeah, it's on the backpack. It is cool. It is cool. He's part of the Blood Angels. The Blood Angels are, like, they have a bunch of golden boys as well. $35 for plastic in a cardboard box. Yeah. It is what it is, chat. No, I don't play the war games. I just paint. What's going on, DNR Hero? Welcome. I'm one of those weird guys that doesn't play the game but just paints. I honestly don't know much about the Blood Angels. I know Sanguinius is their Primarch, and Sanguinius is considered to be an angelic kind of guy. I don't really know why though. We'll get to that at some point with the books, I guess. I just haven't gotten to it yet, but... yeah, I don't know, there's something there. Magic the Gathering? Magic the Gathering is another expensive thing, absolutely. Pokemon cards. There's a lot of expensive hurt nobbies? Wow. A lot of expensive nerd hobbies out there. I don't think anybody's too surprised by that. They decided to, you know, they look at at each other, right, in the board meetings, and they're like, you know what? All these, like, engineers that like to just sit at home on the weekends and they like to, like, hang out, they have money, but how do we get the money? And somebody was like, what about we sell them Yu-Gi-Oh cards? And they were like, well, that's a brilliant fucking idea. And thus a billion-dollar industry was born. I'm really liking Warhammer though, it's fun. I like the books. I like some of the games. I like the painting, obviously. I like the building. I like the miniatures. The community is really chill. People in general seem to be extremely nerdy. And I am, you know, this may come as a surprise to some of you, but I am a giant nerd in the end. Yeah. I know. Huh, Lowko, you're a nerd? Yeah, I know. I like science fiction. I know. I know, cringe. Cringe. No way. I know, I know. Look, back in the day when I was like in high school, elementary school, that sort of thing, I was an oppressed nerd, okay? I was an oppressed nerd because as soon as you admitted to liking video games, you were considered to be very cringe. Although we didn't use the word cringe back then. Now since then, of course, we had all these important movements like hashtag free the nerd and hashtag Minecraft is cool and all that, right? And obviously it's become a lot more mainstream, but there are still people that frown upon these sort of things, chat. And I believe this is my safe space, okay? I can admit to being a nerd here. Nah, it's okay. There's a lot of shit I don't care about. Like, you won't catch me going out on the Saturday evening to a bar or whatever. Like, it's not really my jam. I don't really spend money on sports or whatever. Nah. But I do like spending money on Warhammer stuff sometimes. I think it's okay. It's ironic that Lowko is in the model streaming category, but doesn't show his face. Well, I'm in the miniatures and models category because I'm a model myself and I have a miniature. Hey, what's going on, Halo Legend? Welcome. Where does the tail go? Oh, the tail goes over here at the bottom somewhere? Tail goes over here. How am I supposed to know what angle the tail goes? Oh, there's a little... There's a little tiny gap. Ah, it goes like so. All right, we're gonna have to goop this up with paint. Where doesn't the tail go? Or goop it up with glue rather. I feel like this place is, or this piece is gonna be quite fragile. Okay, it does slot in perfectly like that. We'll do step 6, and then I think we'll do the rest of the paint, or the rest of the building tomorrow. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
40000000.
Wow. Are you a rep god, Sagittarius? That was beautiful. There's nothing under, no. This is a giant red upskirt right over here. He's a little hollow on the inside, kind of like me. Hey, thank you, Sagittarius. This is one of the minis that you got from me, Thort. You don't even recognize it? This is Vizzik Skour, Prophet of the Horned Rat. No, none of that, Speed. None of that. I'm a little afraid the tail is gonna move. So the mini is gonna stand something like that, right? Okay, we'll do part number 6 and then we'll do the rest of it tomorrow. So we need 15, 16, 17 to make one little leg, and then 12, 13, 14 to make one little arm. Which colors am I gonna do? So I wrote myself a little painting preparation list for the colors I want to use. He is gonna be similar to the box art. That's the goal. But I may change some things along the way. Yeah, it's a very grayish, muted kind of color. Please, Lowko, add our Lord and Savior as title for the Red Lord for future recall. I guess that's not a bad idea. Our Lord and Savior, Vizzik. Or wait, no, the Red God rather is our Lord and Savior, I guess is what you're saying. Okay, we need 15, 16, 17, and then... Okay, yeah, so we need 12 through 17. So there's a lot of very small rats. You see this little tiny guy? He's holding like a tiny little piece of warpstone, I think. Pretty sure you can optionally add those if you want to. Here's another one. Kinda cool. There's a lot of little rats. I think it's gonna look good, man. I think it's gonna look good. I have full faith at this point in time, Thor. Ask me again in a couple weeks. But right now, my confidence is at a high. No, I think I can do it. I don't think there's really... I mean, obviously it's gonna take some time. We're gonna have to put in some effort, but there's nothing all too crazy on this guy that I think is looking impossible. There's like one little part of his hand. Oh, it's on a different sprue, that's why. Okay. So we'll do the rest of it tomorrow. So you guys get to live over here in the box. Let's see, let's put these together.